I can see what was wrong. I can see the harm. I can see the pattern. I can see the places where something needed to change. But healing asks me to begin where I have authority. Not with blame, not with shame, not by carrying what was never mine. I begin with me. What did I do? What did I choose? What did I allow? What did I avoid? What value was I living from when I acted that way? And where did my actions line up with what I believe? Where did they not? That is the mirror. That is where I start. I saw what was broken, I saw what was wrong. I felt the ache I carried too long. I wanted the world to tell the truth. I wanted somebody to see what I knew. But when the room got quiet and the noise fell still, there was one place left for healing to be real. Not the part they did, not the harm they chose, but the part of the story where my own actions show. I start with me, I start with the mirror. I look at my life and truth come nearer. Where was I lying? Where did I leave? Where did my actions betray what I believe? I start with me, not shame, not blame. I start with me so I can heal and change. I said I believed in truth, but I swallowed what was real. I said I believed in peace, but I called silence healed. I said I believed in love, but I used the love to stay. I said I believed in freedom, but I gave my yes away. I said I believed my voice had a right to rise, but I kept it in my chest and called that being wise. Now I look at what I did, I look at what I chose, not to punish myself, but because healing wants to know. I start with me, I start with the mirror. I look at my life and I let truth come nearer. Where was I aligned? Where did I leave? Where did my actions betray what I believe? I start with me, not shame, not blame. I start with me so I can heal and change. Yeah. This has to be clean. I am not responsible for someone else's actions. I am not responsible for what was done to me. I am not responsible for harm I did not choose, but I am responsible for my actions. I am responsible for my responses. I am responsible for the places where my behavior did not match my values. Where I acted from truth, I can honor that. Where I acted from love, I can honor that. Where I acted from courage, I can honor that. And where I acted from fear, guilt, insecurity, avoidance, or ego, I can tell the truth without turning truth into shame. Maybe I stayed when my spirit said leave. Maybe I smiled when I needed to grieve. Maybe I agreed when my body said no. Maybe I kept feeding what I needed to let go. Maybe I performed peace while resentment grew. Maybe I chose comfort over what was true. Maybe I wanted belonging more than honesty. Maybe I called it patience when it was fear in me. I start with me, I start with the mirror. I look at my life and I let truth come nearer. Where was I lying? Where did I leave? Where did my actions betray what I believe? I start with me, not shame, not blame. I start with me so I can heal and change. Yeah, yeah. If I acted in truth, let me name it. If I acted in love, let me claim it. If I acted in courage, let me see it clear. If I acted in fear, let me bring that here. If I moved in alignment, let that be known. If I moved out of alignment, let that truth come home. No hiding, no shrinking, no shame in the room. Just an honest place where healing can bloom. I start with me, I start with the mirror. I look at my life and I let truth come nearer. Where was I lying? Where did I leave? Where did my actions betray what I believe? I start with me, not shame, not blame. I start with me so I can heal and change. Yeah. I do not create healing by blaming myself. I do not create healing By excusing myself, I create healing. By telling the truth about my own actions. Where I was aligned, I honor it. Where I was out of alignment, I own it. Not because I am bad, because I am responsible for becoming whole. And every place I return to my values is one less place trauma gets to lead my life.